it's a real good thing to use your body, right? To use your body in these exercises is real important, especially as drummers, to learn about rhythm. You know, that's our home, that's our language, right? So inner clock studies are these: isolating subdivisions, attaching them to emotion so they become a part of your body, and then spilling them out into music this way. Okay? Now let me just play real quick. I'm going to play, the bass drum is going to be doing the subdivisions. Okay? This is going to give you a real idea of how things are applied in drumming. So just downbeats now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. Everybody can feel that, right? 1, 2. Pretty easy. Now, and. Now, and of 2 and of 4. Okay, it's a very different feeling, right? It's not, right? It makes things flow. Now, the E's. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a. Right? Feel the jabbing the time. Okay. Now the does. Okay. So that's a nice exercise for the kit, for you to be in touch with those things. What you should do is visualize how those things make you feel. Don't just count, right? At first, maybe it's a good idea to take a metronome to know that you're doing it precisely. But as soon as you can, get rid of it and rely on your sense of time that you build up with these feelings, okay? Jabbing, flowing, downbeat, backbeat, okay? In this video, we are using a tune from my method working the inner clock called the Mangler. You'll be playing along with the incredible Derrick Murdock on bass. Bassist for The Tonight Show with Jay Leno for many years and lots of other projects all over the world. And on percussion, the master himself, Pete Locket. Welcome to the Mangler. This is part of your 16th note workshop section. And what we're dealing with here is a funk tune, R&B kind of modern chill out, whatever genre you want to call it. But basically it's funk. The way I like to play it, again, is with 16th notes on the hi-hat, one-handed. You can also play it two-handed, but I really like to play one-handed 16th notes. There's several ways I approach it, and again, accenting on the pulses like this, or accenting eighth notes. Now you can accent on the edge or all on the tip, right? Snare on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. obviously. Now, the main purpose of this tune is to put you in touch with upbeats. One E and da, one E and da, right? The E's and the does always make the music feel very special. The E's having the jabbing effect and the does having the flowing effect. So when you play these type of things, it's real good to feel that particular pocket. Now, if you want to get the bass drum to groove real nice, I like to think of that as a focal point. The E's and the does jabbing and flowing all the time. So here's the basic thing you should do to start off. Just play a 16th note groove here, and all the E's and the does on the bass drum with snare on 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3. Now that's accenting eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I'm going to accent the pulses. Okay, you can play the whole groove with 2 hands also. But I like to really add ghost notes with the left hand. And it's a really typical ghost note pattern that I do. Look in the PDF files, you'll find it there. The whole thing sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was accenting on the eighth notes and then accenting on pulses. During the solo section, you're going to have the hits. Now, on the chorus of the tune, I go to the ride cymbal a lot. You want to catch those 3 hits. Listen for the 3 hits during the chorus, and I like to catch them with hi-hat, splashing a choke thing like this with the bass drum. Okay, that's a very nice way to catch them. Or you can catch them on the ride, on the bell. Check out the song to see how I'm doing it. Again, a real nice thing to remember is that you're varying the genres to apply the inner clock work. As you vary the genres, it gives you a chance to feel the subdivisions in different ways. It's like lifting weights. If you lift weights only like this for biceps, then only the middle part grows. But if you take variations, the outside grows in this way, the inside grows, or something like that. The more variations you can apply to your inner clock, the stronger your time feel is going to be. Okay? So that's the Mangler. Dedicated to my friend Derrick Murdock, who is, I call the Mangler. Have fun with it. How do you feel about how music relates to time, or how time relates to music? Can you make any analogy? Like when you're playing, you feel any metaphysical connection to time? How do you feel when you're playing? How do you feel rhythm and time?
Well, when I'm playing with a drummer, and I'm playing with a person that really knows about time, kind of makes me feel relaxed, like I'm floating on a cloud. You know, like I'm floating on a cloud. Like I don't have a care in the world. I can just lay back and relax and go with the flow. You know, the sky is the limit. You know, the drummer's listening to me, I'm listening to him, and there's a lot of communication going on, and I can just play whatever I want when I want. It's a beautiful feeling.
Now, what do you think about how do you get good time? How do you work on time?
Metronome.
And what do you do with the metronome?
What do I do with the metronome?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I do with the metronome. Some things are like just playing with different patterns, you know, practice reading, stuff like that. But when I'm just trying to groove or something like that, I'll just, you know, come up with different patterns and see what I can come up with. Like if I'm playing something in 4/4, I'll just come up, you know, with like a cool pattern and just play around with it, you know, play around with the time.
Okay, so you use loops and stuff, or patterns like that?
Yeah, loops, whatever, you know, whatever I'm feeling at the time, you know. I like to, you know, kind of mix it up.
Okay. Playing with these loops, what do you concentrate on?
Feel. Mainly feel.
And how do you think you can get a good feel? Like if you were to say to a drummer, work on your feel, what would you work on?
Listening to what he's doing.
Listening to himself.
Yeah.
And how do you relate to time to pulse? Like if you play in time, what do you feel? You feel quarter notes, you feel half notes, you feel entire measures, you feel 4-bar phrases. What do you?
I feel all that stuff. I mean, depends on the mood that I'm in at the time, you know. Yeah. I mean, you know, it just all depends. You know, sometimes, yeah, measures. Sometimes, you know, it can just be anything. Depends on what the day is.
I see. and any when you heard the songs that you recorded for the project, did you have any concept about it, or how did you feel like when working on the songs? What was your approach as a bass player to the tunes?
Man, first of all, just trying not to get in the way, just trying to fit in with the music, you know. You know, there's a lot of percussion going on, so I want to try to, you know, be as solid as I can be and support, you know, support the music as much as I can.
Any tips about time for young drummers out there?
Just be open-minded. You know, just try to be open-minded to all kind of genres and always listen.
Cool. Great. Derrick Murdock. D-Doc, the Mangler.